So I thought the kids had left their favourite Disney DVD in the machine last night. Finally, Sepp Blatter's Intergalactic All-Stars made an appearance. And everybody who's anybody jumped on the Germany gravy train last night, and I mean everybody, even my mum and dad. It's only the final World Cup show, everybody. So the golden ball, the Adidas golden ball, given to the best player of the tournament, was won by Lionel Messi. And for all of you suggesting it was a fix because Messi's sponsored by Adidas, Phil Jones is also sponsored by Adidas. What wasn't announced on the night, of course, was alongside Messi, Fabio Capello was named manager of the tournament. And besides, Sepp Blatter's Intergalactic Golden Ball went to R2-D2. Messi was only second in that. The super odd Golden Glove trophy won by Manuel Neuer prompted a strong reaction on Twitter and caused the BBC's Mark Lawrenson to make comparisons with Thing from the Addams Family. But any good work he'd managed was undone when faced with the ultimate test of football commentating, Christ the Redeemer, lit up in front of the wonderful setting sun. Or as Lawrenson pointed out, the sun is like a football. Sorry. Our Guardian World Cup show, not the Adidas Best Player Award, goes to You Decide. Let us know who you think should have won down there in the comments below. Entertainment? Well, depends on what you're looking for. Seeing as one of the most exciting things was watching Sepp Blatter getting booed, we thought we'd bring you the alternative highlights of the World Cup final. This guy provided us with the only example of total football last night. Even though we weren't impressed, seemingly the Dolmio man was, and so was Sienna Miller there. And the only person to have more pictures with the World Cup than Lucas Podolski and Angela Merkel last night, yep, the real queen of the World Cup, Fred. Oh, that was a cheap shot, wasn't it? No, of course, the official Budweiser man of the match, Bastian... No? Oh, of course, Rihanna. Well, it might as well have been. Every final always delivers us a hero and a fall guy, and after an anonymous tournament, Mario Götze was the former. Poor old Gonzalo Higuain the latter. First, Higuain misses a chance so straightforward that the Twitter sphere flew into a frenzy of "that was so easy that insert player here could have scored it." Then, if it wasn't enough for him to fluff his lines in front of 1 billion people, he decided to deliver the footballing equivalent of running around in public with no clothes on, presumably influenced by the streaker, thinking he'd scored when he hadn't and celebrating for an agonisingly long period. Though we sensed Argentina had blown it the moment Alejandro Sabella brought on Palacio. Clearly the Argentinian manager unaware of the rule that players with a weird rat tail on the back of their head aren't allowed to win the World Cup. The much maligned Sabella, who despite the appearance of a guy sitting next to Tony Soprano at Bada Bing's, had had a tough night. First he took off Lavezzi, who'd been pretty bright in the first half, at half-time for Aguero, who was approximately 14% fit based on his performance, and then he removed Perez for Gago, the team's headed for extra time. And if there's anyone who's going to nick you a goal when it matters most, it's Gago. Joachim Löw, meanwhile, had to contend with a bizarre injury to Khedira during the warm-up. Then he lost replacement Christoph Kramer within the first 30 minutes, but as the game got down to the wire, he flipped closer for Götze, which worked pretty well, and then just to rub salt in the Argentinian wounds, no, not the Aguero takedown of Schweinsteiger, Löw brought on Mertesacker for 90 whole seconds, the genius. Argentina failed to register a single shot on target for the first time at a World Cup since the 1990 final, partly due to the performances of Boateng and Hummels. The centre-halves combined to make 12 tackles, 6 interceptions and 15 clearances. The Germans, who enjoyed 64% of possession, had 3 players register over 100 passes, while Mascherano was the lone player with over 50 for Argentina. And in the battle of the Golden Boys, Golden Glove winner Manuel Neuer completed 244 passes during the tournament, while Lionel Messi completed 242. Judging by this, surely Neuer should have won the Adidas Golden Ball. There you go then, all done and dusted, but relax people, we are most certainly not. Keep your eyes peeled this week for all our World Cup roundups from me and the gang, and the Guardian Football YouTube channel will be rolling through into next season with all kinds of original video content covering the Premier League, the Champions League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, MLS and much, much more. So we will see you soon.